Welcome back. We've been telling you about this developing story all night. Former Mayor Patrick Cannon resigned today. We actually brought in some attorneys to help us kind of understand what approach the defense and the prosecution may take now that Mayor Cannon was arrested. He bonded out, but he has a huge complaint filed against him in federal court. So we want to take you through that. And these two attorneys were very vocal in letting us know that this is far from being the end of this. We're only getting one side of the story, but of course they want to elaborate on what options each side may have. Take a look. If you were to defend the mayor from, you've seen the complaint. If you were to defend him, what approach would you take?
I think that's a good point to start with. First of all, we only at this point have the government's set of facts. We have not yet heard from the mayor or from his attorneys. And one of the things that anytime you handle a case that's in the media, you have to remind people is that these cases are tried in courtrooms, not in the court of public opinion. And you have to realize that at this point, while we have a damning set of facts, we have only one side set of facts. They're going to have to first of all take a look at this as a situation where was the mayor entrapped in some way? Was there some way where he was enticed into doing things against his will or against his better judgment by the federal agents?
You cannot read that complaint filed by the government and not take away that certainly at first it seems that the mayor arguably was somewhat reluctant, but as time goes on over this almost 4-year process, he certainly becomes much more comfortable in not only taking money, but suggesting amounts of money. Near the end, when he's doing the business deal, where we're talking about a 1% of over $100 million, certainly he seemed very comfortable in taking a briefcase of allegedly $20,000. So I think there are going to be some arguments made by the defense, but you're not talking about an investigation that was one event, you know, over a day. You're talking about almost a 4-year investigation by the FBI. Typically, they don't do slipshod work, so they've got some good evidence in this case.
So timeline, I mean, what are we talking here? If you are helping out with the prosecution, how soon could this go to an actual indictment and really progress from there?
Well, I think the government has got a good case. I think that the next steps are going to be, you know, finding out, you know, what the defense's arguments are going to be. The defense is going to get its chance to take a look at the evidence and prepare a defense if indeed that's what their intent is. You know, it's certainly possible that the defense is pleading guilty. We don't know at this point. At this time, this is new for everybody, and what we have is the criminal complaint. We have the the government's allegations, and at this point, those allegations are damning.
And if you are defending the mayor, what advice would you give him right now?
Well, right now he needs to circle up with his attorneys and not make too many public statements. At this point, he's going back and talking to his attorneys and trying to talk about, well, this is what that meeting was really about. This is the bigger picture. This was the actual situation. And at this point, they're really, it's difficult to really establish what the first steps would be because we only have the government's set of allegations. We don't have the mayor's opinion. We don't have the mayor's story. His opportunity to present the facts in a way that's advantageous to him, which is really what a trial is about.
Of course, talking to Secretary Donovan.
Well, the North Carolina Republican Party says Mayor Cannon should resign from office. Patrick Cannon should immediately resign as mayor of Charlotte following his arrest by the FBI on public corruption charges. Accepting monetary bribes, as Mr. Cannon has allegedly done, is an egregious and unforgivable breach to the public's trust, and the taxpayers of Charlotte deserve so much better. We hope the North Carolina Democratic Party will join us in calling on Patrick Cannon to step down, but as we told you earlier, he did that earlier today.